Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome belatedly to week number one of the semester. And sorry, I just realized I wasn't looking at the camera. Welcome to week one of the semester belatedly and to the new school year. I'm Dr. Mike Breslin. I'll be your instructor for this online speech course. Wanted to let you know about a couple of things real quickly. The materials for this week are up and available, and that probably maybe the most important part of that is your syllabus. So when you go to the D2L page now, what you will see under content, there is an orientation module. That module contains a bunch of files you have to read. It looks like it's a lot more reading than it really is. Don't let the length of the list fool you. And again, while it's all important, the most important thing in there is the syllabus. Okay, so between now and between now and Sunday night at the latest, go ahead and read that information. Okay. Then, as far as other things for this week, I deliberately, like I promised in the email, I'm deliberately going very light this week in terms of anything you have to do beyond reading the syllabus and everything else in the orientation module. The one thing you do have to do is you have to buy the textbook for this class, which is described in the syllabus. It is, just to be clear, you have to buy the electronic version. I'm just showing you this just so you can see the title. It's the Art of Public Speaking, although it's the 2025 release. Now what you're going to do is when you read through those materials in the orientation module on our D2L page, you will see there is there's an item there. It's called McGraw-Hill Connect. McGraw-Hill's the publisher. Connect is a site that you're going to be using on this class in addition to our D2L page. So what you need to do is when you click on that link, it says McGraw-Hill Connect, and then in parentheses in all caps it says get your textbook here. So you can't miss it. And when you open it up, right below the McGraw-Hill logo, you will see something called Quick Links, and the first link below that says Go to My Connect section. You click on that, it will take you to Connect. May ask you to register, with your UCO email and all that, and then it will put you on the class page for this course, where you will have the option to either rent or buy the book. I personally, the book's got a lot of good information in it, don't get me wrong, but I know students are on a budget, so you can rent it if you prefer to save a few bucks. If you run into any troubles getting the book, please let me know right away, because we're going to begin using it like that on Monday of next week. So read the orientation materials plus the syllabus, buy your textbook. The only other thing you have to do this week, the only other assignment is you have to submit a syllabus receipt saying, basically I've read the syllabus, I understand it, blah, blah, blah. You read that, you submit it to the folder that you will find under D2L activities. That's where all the assignments get submitted. You submit it there. That's pretty much it. The only other thing I would ask you to do this week is, again, as you're reading through orientation, you will see that there is an item there called there's a page link there called Turn on Notifications. That will tell you how to turn on notifications on the D2L page. In other words, it'll show you how you can tell D2L that, hey, if I've got an assignment coming due, give me a reminder a couple of days in advance. If my grade for a class gets posted, give me a heads up and so forth. That's not me asking you or suggesting you do that. It's not an assignment per se. I'm not going to penalize you if you don't do it. I guarantee you want to do it. It will help you out in this class and probably in a lot of your other courses too that use D2L, which is a whole lot of courses here at UCO. Anyway, that's it. Read everything in orientation, buy the textbook, submit your syllabus receipt, and please turn on notifications. All of that put together is probably no more than 2 hours work, maybe not even that much. Okay, so not a whole lot. Like I said, I'm keeping it light this first week, in part because of the delay with D2L. But also I know a lot of you, or I suspect a lot of you, are not only freshmen, but incoming freshmen, and you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed in week one, and I get it. So I thought, let's go easy this week. Next week we will get cracking. One other thing. You'll notice that the orientation module is the only thing in D2L content right now. As the course progresses, you'll see the modules and the information for weeks 1, 2, 3, etc. Will start popping up. You won't be able to access them or turn in assignments in each week's module until we get to that week. However, if you are feeling ambitious and you want to get a jump on the course, when you read the syllabus, there's a schedule in the syllabus for the entire course. It tells you what chapters need to be read in the textbook each week. Now, you can't do the exercises related to the chapter, the assignment exercises related to the chapter until we get to that week, like I said. But if you want to read ahead, you can do that. Only thing you want to make sure you do is we don't go through this textbook in order. In fact, we don't even come close to going in order. We jump around. So if you want to get ahead, if you want to, if you want to get some of the reading done before next week, buy your textbook, do the stuff you got to do for this week, and then just see which chapters are due in the coming week. And I believe, you know what, I don't have it in front of me and I don't want to give you bad information. So if you do want to read ahead, just look at the syllabus schedule. It'll tell you what chapters to read in what order, okay? Other than that, what I tell all my online courses is just because this is an online course doesn't mean you're on your own. I am here available to you. I've already spoken to a few of you on email. Available to you, not 24 hours a day, that's silly, but if you ever need me, shoot me an email. I'm really good about keeping up with email. My wife teases me sometimes because I'm just obsessively like, oh, I got an email, what's going on? Like I'm kind of OCD when it comes to my email, okay? So, and I'm pretty good about getting back to students pretty quickly. So if you need anything, drop me a line, okay? You can drop me a line. If we need to talk directly, not through email, we could either talk through Zoom, we could set up a meeting there, or if you have some classes on campus and you want to just come by my office, I have office hours 9 to noon, Tuesday and Thursday, but you can also just schedule an appointment with me almost any day of the week. Okay, and again, we could always meet on Zoom if doing it in person's a hassle. So if you have problems, come see me. Okay. One last thing, and I'll I'll let you go. When you're reading the syllabus, it's all important information, but some is more important than others. If you see me putting something in the syllabus in red ink, that's super duper important. So please, I'm not, pay attention to all of it, but really pay attention to the stuff in red. Okay. All right, that's enough for now. I hope your first week is going well. I will have the materials for next week up before Monday, and likewise in the case of all the modules that are coming up, the materials, they'll be up before the week that you'll need them. But again, you'll be able to see them when I release them, but you won't be able to go in there and actually start doing stuff until that week. So just be aware of that. Otherwise, I will talk to you again, probably on video, next Monday.